girls gone sports. Hey, girls gone sports. Show me you reppin' your team with Santina and Jeanine. Hey, girls gone sports. Hey, girls gone sports. We steady getting it hype. Hey, I know that you gonna like. You know it's poppin'. If it's a game, you know that we watchin'. We gonna talk football or basketball. All sports, come get involved. Hey, girls gone sports. Woo!
Welcome back to episode 54 of Girls Gone Sports Podcast. Girls Gone Sports. Oh, how do we get to 5 and 4? Hey, Santina.
Hey, Jeanine.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm feeling like, I almost said springful.
Wait, literally same.
No, we're going to say springful.
I swear, hashtag on my gram. Yeah, I was going to say springful.
I feel like just spring has sprung. The nice weather has finally happened. You know how they say April showers bring May flowers?
Yes.
It was like May and April showers bring some kind of June sun.
May rain brings
The same.
June. Sure.
June cranes, like birds.
Yeah, birds. Flappy Bird. Angry Bird.
Angry Bird.
That was a good game.
Bring it back.
I'm feeling bright.
I love it. You look beautiful.
So do you.
Thank you. We have our spring colors today. I love it.
I feel like Easter.
Oh, guys, happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. It's Easter episode.
Easter episode. Well, we want to say, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in today with episode 54 of Girls Gone Sports. If this is your first time tuning in, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure, please, you are subscribing to our YouTube channel. You're hitting that like button and you're hitting that notification bell so you never, ever, ever miss an episode of Girls Gone Sports. Because, Santina, why would you want to? There literally is no. Just do it. It's just free. Just click the button. If you want the chocolate eggs in the basket, please just hit the notification bell. If you want nice weather, then do it. This episode is going to be fully ASMR. And if you're watching on Spotify, or listening on Apple Podcasts, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in today. Now, Santina,
yes.
Episode 54, last week we were out and about. We were at the Knicks game, of course. You know, we were courtside.
We were enjoying the last of the Knicks games because, unfortunately, they have been eliminated. Jeanine.
Where's the...
It was 4-2.
Knicks. Literally the poor Knicks.
It was against the Pacers, 4-2. Now, I want to say I think they did put up a fight. Maybe one of the games when they lost.
It was like the first game, like we were up with like 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And I know somehow they turned around. Then we lost both games at Madison Square Garden. And if you're a Knicks fan or just in any kind of basketball fandom, Santina, you know, like Knicks fans and Madison Square Garden is legit. Filling the streets, watch parties in the streets. Mm-hmm. It gets crazy. So to lose not once, but twice in the Garden was already an upset. Now, we did win in Indiana and won back in New York City. But the Knicks could not keep up. It was like every time the Pacers would get like 6 points, we'd get 2. Or we'd get like 9 points and they would double it. It's just we literally could not keep up. They were so fast. They'd be halfway down the court before we even realize it. And they were unstoppable, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to give it to them, one, because the fans are super loyal. Mm-hmm. They really stuck by them. And this is the first time that they made it to the semifinals in 25 years, like we discussed in the previous episode. So maybe it was just all the nerves.
I think so. And I felt really bad for the Knicks. So it's kind of like the Bills. Like, they make it so close every year. It's just like they're missing that little, just like one more kind of hunch to get to the final point. So I'm very proud of the Knicks. It was very sad not to see them move on. But I guess I'm an Oklahoma City fan.
Oh, okay.
For the Thunder. I guess that's who I'm rooting for because I don't want the Pacers to win because they beat us.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, you could be like my teams who literally make it to nothing, or the Rockets who make it to the playoffs.
Remember, they're really there for the emotional support.
And then the Jaguars, they're holding the door open.
Right. The paw is on the door.
They're the ushers for the events. They just put others before themselves.
And that's so selfless.
Which hopefully they break that habit this year.
Yes.
But I mean, You should be proud as a Knicks fan.
Thank you, Santina.
We need to go to one of those watch parties.
We do, and I would love to get in the Garden one time.
The Garden is fun. At one of the watch parties, I will probably cry randomly. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. There's so many people.
Santina, you want to go get a pretzel?
But then there's like people like on the building. Like, didn't they climb on?
I saw someone climb like a light fixture.
Right. But imagine just like, I don't know, if especially when they win, just being in that atmosphere. Yeah. I would like to enjoy that. I don't know if the Rockets will ever do that, but fingers crossed. You know, I'm just here for the fun.
And you know, maybe like if a team goes to the championship or they win a championship, they're not allowed for 5 years to give everybody a turn.
You know, maybe
that should be a rule.
I really agree with that. That's kind of smart though.
It's like then everybody gets a chance. TBD. I know we have a meeting coming up, you know, the NBA heads and like
it's
in the
just a lot because especially with football, with the whole NFL draft thing, with the prank, John Doe, it's really put a little strain in our budget because, but thankfully we will be getting reimbursed by each company.
Maybe we need to have John Doe on the podcast and like distort his voice. He'd be like, I know. But
then we just have John Doe face the wall. you just
sir.
Or behind the camera.
That'd be. I'm like, guys, I promise he's here. He's looking beyond. It's just my dad.
A
conference call.
We
need Will Greer on the podcast.
We have to buy.
We
Will
say
Greer
this
merch.
every time. I'm like, we need Will Greer. We need to get like a pink. I need a pink Joe Burrow jersey.
Wait, so Jeanine sent me this ad on Instagram. Remember the one with the pink hoodie?
Yes.
They're slowly listening to us.
Are they lowering the price? Oh, with the pink.
Yes.
Yes, NFL is releasing pink hoodies. I'm like, so you copied.
Someone find the episode. Where
we want like 12% royalties.
Well, I want 50.
55% royalties.
And season passes.
And we definitely should get a hoodie though. The pink hoodie was like.
With just like Will Greer.
Just his face outlined in pink.
Won't get played once,
but that's our guy. That is our bills. Guy. But we're playing his bills. So back to basketball, right? We love to go off on a tangent.
Love it.
So the championship, the NBA championship, we have our final two. We have Oklahoma City Thunder, like we talked about, who actually won the series against the Timberwolves 4-1. So kind of, you know, went right through versus the Pacers. So Santina, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like you expected Oklahoma to be our representative for the Western Conference? Did you expect, like, what are your thoughts? I'm curious.
You know, I was a little sad because my brother likes the Timberwolves.
I know.
So I'm like, you know, I really, really hope they win. But I feel like the Timberwolves and the Knicks almost played the same.
Yeah.
Like they had some games where like they really, really shined, but then maybe just the stress of it all got to them and then they couldn't really get past anymore.
I feel like, and imagine if the Timberwolves and the Knicks played together. like Dante DiVincenzo, who was literally just a former Knick, playing him. Like, that'd be crazy.
Have you seen that commercial?
Yes, the Ayo Dante. Well, someone was like me when this commercial comes down and the Knicks are down like 30. It's like Ayo Dante.
You know what? They both lost, so it's fine.
It's fine. And if you haven't seen the commercial, so basically there's a group of 4 basketball players and they call them like the Nova, or is it the Nova? They used to be like the Nova Knicks, where Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and I'm forgetting what it was. Josh Hart. I think it's Josh Hart. They all played together in college. So we all assumed that one day they all be on the Knicks together, like the Nova Knicks. Now, what happened was Dante DiVincenzo went to a different team. So we have Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson still on the Knicks. So they made like this commercial like, "Ayo Dante," like kind of like being a friendship commercial, but it was like about like their college. I don't know, but it plays like 5 times each commercial break.
Yeah.
Just search on YouTube, Nova Knicks commercial. You will see what I'm talking about and you will understand.
You probably don't even have to finish typing the whole thing. But, no. Janine, speaking
I need
of the Knicks. Now, you guys, the Knicks have made it to the semifinals. They haven't been there in 25 years.
Right. With
the help of their coach, Tom Thibodeau. Coach Tibbs. Now, recently, was it today?
Yes, today is 6/3, June 3rd.
Happy birthday, Joe. Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday, Santina's brother.
Is the announcement that you guys get. I personally love Tom Thibodeau just because my mom always said he looked like my uncle. I'm like, same.
Uncle Sibs.
But it was just announced by the NBA that the Knicks have released Tom Thibodeau as their coach.
Like a I need like a that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
You don't see okay, I can see both sides. Like you don't see the Bills releasing Coach McDermott because they didn't win.
Right.
You don't see well, I guess because I don't know. I could see both sides. I could see it's like we were so close so many years, like, okay, something also maybe has to give. But also I could see the other point where they're like, no, the Knicks have made it to the semifinals since in 25 years. The past 5 years with Jalen Brunson and Coach Tibbs have just been great, and they've been getting higher and higher each time.
Yeah.
And so he's been a coach now for 5 years. 4 out of those 5 years, they have made it to the final. So it's like I could see really both sides, but I was shocked because I heard talking about he might let go, he might be let go, and then boom, just for it to happen like a few days after that they lost is crazy. So that means like front office was working overtime.
It's just like, you wanted to do this from the beginning of the season because I don't understand how they can get this far, especially if they haven't been in the past 25 years. And then let your coach go.
Yeah.
Because then next year, what if you're back before you guys made it to the semifinals, like even worse?
I wonder if Jalen Brunson's dad, who's an assistant coach on the team, is going to be moved up to interim head coach. TBD.
So I wouldn't want that.
Tell me.
Just because I feel like some people would want to try to play like the favoritism card. I mean, his dad still played a significant role not being the head coach, but still, I think I would have the fear that my teammates would be like, well, your dad's the coach, so you can do that.
Yeah.
But also he's the team captain, Jalen Brunson, so he worked for it. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'd be a little iffy. I just don't know why he let him go. It was so sad.
And we weren't even there that day in the conference room when the final decision happened.
They actually didn't even include us.
Right. Not even a CC emailed.
No.
Like, so.
I was just very hurt by that. Tom did call us.
He did phone us in this morning, 8 a.m. for a Zoom call right away.
A Teams meeting afterward.
And then we went on Skype and Uvu. And FaceTime. Oh my God. But yeah, I'd say very bittersweet. So we shall see what happens with next year with the Knicks. Now, Santina, some exciting news in the NFL.
Moving on to the NFL, the Madden 2026 cover will be Saquon Barkley from the Eagles. Now, we've talked about him quite a bit.
We love, ever since like Saquon Barkley was great in the Giants, ever since he moved to the Eagles, he has shined. I'm happy for him. And Santina, did you see the video of him?
Was his cover the one jumping over a player or something?
Yes. I'll put a picture here.
Okay.
Right here.
Like somewhere here.
So if you're maybe listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you stream your podcast and you want to see a visual, hop onto our YouTube page, find this timestamp, and you will see a picture of what we were talking about of the cover, which I love. If you think I love Josh Allen's, I love the Saquon Barkley, like you said, of him literally jumping over somebody because he's known for that, doing the hurdles and the jumping. So I think that's so cool and so well deserved.
Yeah.
Great job, Saquon Barkley.
Congratulations.
Congrats. And even more exciting news, Santina.
You guys, the Tush Push lives. They heard us.
Yes.
I want to say on behalf of Jeanine and I, we really worked really hard to have this play still in the NFL and not have it removed because there was talk that they wanted to get rid of it.
First they tried to get rid of it once and it was declined or whatever, denied. Then they tried to do it again by using different wording. And it got denied again. And I was so interested because the Bills were one of the teams that voted yes to ban the Tush Push. I'm like, when we literally do it ourselves. So they're like, oh, it's about player safety. I'm like, you know what? We'll find a way to make the Tush Push safe. Keep the Tush Push alive. And I'm so happy, Santina, that is exactly what happened.
We pushed for the Tush hard enough.
Hashtag we push for the Tush.
Yep. We love the Tush and I'm so happy. It's there forever. And even more exciting news, which... this date was moved up because they were supposed to get married a little later. Josh and Haley. Is she going by Alan?
Yeah. Oh, Haley Steinfeld. We could say Haley Steinfeld for now and then. I don't know what
Mr. and Mrs. Allen. They got married. Was it over the Memorial Day weekend?
I think so.
Yeah. So they were supposed to get married, I want to say sometime in the summer, but they moved up the date. There were some pics. that were
And
released.
I remember we were there, but we weren't allowed to take pictures. So
we were the event coordinators that day.
Yes.
We were actually in the all black with the clipboard, and we had the headset
the microphone.
on.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful wedding. I remember.
It really was. She looked beautiful. He looked very handsome. Both families seemed very happy. The guests had a great time.
Yeah.
And it was just really, the food was great.
It was
Music was great.
apple juice was great. It was
My water was really good.
But congrats to my QB, Joshua Allen. Now, Santina, one of the recent topics that we brought up, WWE, which I have fallen in love with. There's been some drama with R-Truth, a.k.a. F False, my nickname for him, leaving the WWEs. Now, Santina, can you explain to us what this means for the viewers, maybe who aren't really too much in tune with the WWE or really don't know what's going on?
Right. So each WWE wrestler member has a contract, and now R-Truth's contract has expired this year, and it was decided by the NFL, the WWE, that they were not going to re-sign him. And I read into it, and it said it wasn't for like any backstage drama or any issues they had with him. It was more along the lines of maybe like budget cuts, or they just want to focus on the younger athletes that are entering the WWE. It is pretty sad because his song is a lot of fun.
What's his song?
Let me see if I can quickly pull it up. Have you ever
No
seen...
copyright, please, YouTube.
just 10 seconds of it. Just 10 seconds of it. Have you ever seen him wrestle? No.
Does the WWE do that, Santina? Like they'll cut people because of either budgets, even though they have, I feel like, so much money, or because they want to bring in new talent, like phase out people? Do they do that?
Yeah, but I'm just confused because I feel like John Cena is always like, I'm retiring. He does this whole like big act. It's so dramatic. He cries and
he's back every Monday.
I don't understand. And then he's back. I'm like, same. Okay, this is a quick snippet of it. I want to like... And then, like, in the middle of it, he just goes, "What's up? What's up?"
You know, he made that 10 minutes before it was due. What's up? What's up? What's up?
But then he's just like rapping. I don't know what he's saying in half
I like
of it.
the whoa, Cody Rhodes, whoa.
Yeah, that one's fun. Jeanine actually got my brother Joe a shirt for his birthday because she started this tradition where for Monday Night Raw, she goes, Monday night, and then she'll scream Raw. We won't do that just in case you have headphones in. But she got Joe a shirt. He's basically a part of the WWE now.
We need to be there.
But R-Truth, a lot of fans are a little upset, but he has expressed his like gratitude for the WWE and how he's thanked them. I think he will always be relevant, a part of WWE. Maybe he'll make some guest appearances.
Yeah,
he's
they
fun.
all do.
He actually, I think, previously in Monday Night Raw, he came out after John Cena, but he was like dressed in his gear. I don't know why. I guess he was
leaving?
Huh?
Were a lot of people leaving? Or do they stay?
No, I think he just likes John Cena, so he came out like
in
dressed
John
his...
Cena's outfit.
Yeah.
Like with like merch.
Yeah, he's funny.
R-Truth, aka F False.
R-Truth, what's the truth? Because why are you really leaving?
What's the middle between truth and false? Is there like a no, right?
Trick? Like a trick answer?
Like sometimes?
Maybe.
Sometimes. I like this. It was R-Truth. R-Truth.
Short and sweet.
Go ahead,
sorry.
Santina.
And R-Truth was also in the WWE from 2008 to 2025.
So he has a long career. So it's well-deserved retirement.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of the truth, and you just said a word that I was going to go off of. Sweet? Did you say sweet? We'll use truth. Kind, I don't know. But just speaking of truth, Santina, it is time for our weekly segment of Cutie of the Week. Cutie of the Week. Now, Cutie of the Week is a weekly segment that we love to do here where we choose one person, player, someone that stood out to us this week on this episode that we feel like they deserve the title of our Cutie of the Week. Now, Santina, who is your Cutie of the Week?
All right, my cutie of the week is R-Truth.
R-Truth.
Just because he was like released, you know, like people are a little sad, but he's happy, and he went out not with like any negative words towards WWE. So he's gonna be my cutie. He put a good 17 years into the WWE.
I love it.
So, Jeanine, who is your cutie of the week?
Now, Santina, speaking of 17, my cutie is number 17 on the Bills, Josh Allen, cutie of the week. Because you know what? Congrats on being married. Congrats on taking that next step of your life with Haley. And I hope you guys have a blessed and loving and long marriage. You know, I was debating between two people, and I think you know who my other person would
Should
be.
we say it on the count of three?
One, two, three. Saquon Barkley.
Cheers.
He's our nice of the week. Because what's less than cutie? Nice, pleasant.
Average.
Should we just give him? Should we just do a third cutie of the week?
No, this is our first, maybe
Double.
a duo cutie.
For the first time ever, a duo cutie of the week is Saquon Barkley. Now, players, if you're listening to this, don't get used to this, okay? It was hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things, but I have to give it to my guy.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. But speaking of things going on, Santina,
Right.
if you want to stay tuned with Girls Gone Sports, seriously, what are you waiting for? We're everywhere you can find us. We're on Facebook at Girls Gone Sports. We're on Instagram at Girls Gone Sports Pod. You can also find us here on YouTube at Girls Gone Sports Podcast. But please make sure when you're visiting our channel, you are liking the video. You are subscribing to our channel. We're trying to get to 100 followers. And you are also hitting that notification bell so you never, ever, ever miss an episode of Girls Gone Sports. Because, Santina, why would you want to?
There's literally no reason.
There literally is no reason.
Like, the our truth is that there's literally no reason.
The our truth of the matter is, just please hit that notification bell. So, and the other
The arch of the our truth is...
the speaking of our I can't even say our truth. The next our truth, the next our truth is we will see you next week for episode 55 of Girls Gone Sports Podcast.
Girls, they wanna have fun. Oh.